What's up YouTube, it's Rainwolf here, and I'm coming back at you with a deck list. This is my ancient box deck list. It's coming out from the new set Temporal Forces, and so far I'm liking it. And well, let's get to it. So I got the star of the show right here, and it's Roaring Moon. I'm running 4 of them. Now he's good because in the late game, he's better in the late game, because for every ancient card that you have in your discard he's gonna be hitting plus 10 more. So he already hits for 70. You could get this guy to hit for like 300 something. Now his partner in crime is gonna be Koraidon, the dragon one. And he's pretty good because for every ancient Pokemon in play, he does 30 more damage. So the highest he's gonna be doing is probably like 180. So he's good. That's gonna 2-shot a lot of Pokemon. And then we got 4 Fluttermane. Now she's very good against Lost Box and anything that wants their active Pokemon with abilities out, because she just shuts down the abilities. And plus she hits for any color of energy, so that's pretty good too. And then we got 1 Roaring Moon EX. Now he's good for the Fringing Gouging. What that does is that it knocks out basically any Pokemon. So it's very good against Charizard and and anything with high HP that if you're not there hitting that number yet with the Baby Moon. Now we were on 1 Radiant Greninja, just because this deck likes to get energy from the discard pile, and it likes to put so yeah, you discard an energy and then you draw 2 cards, so it's pretty good for like a little draw engine. And then for our stadium, we got 2 Artisan, and this is good just so we could get our basic Pokemon without rule box and put them into our, bench. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's unfortunate that our opponent also gets to use this, but what can we do? Then we're running 2 Pokestops. This is good to discard ancient cards into our discard and to draw 3 cards. So basically you discard anything that isn't an item card. So it's pretty good, especially because our deck likes to get energy, so it doesn't really matter if we discard energy, because we're going to get it back in play with a supporter that we like to run. And for tool cards, we have Ancient Booster Capsule. Now this is good because it gives your ancient Pokemon plus 60 HP, so it makes them harder to KO. And it also removes any special condition, and that Pokemon that this card is attached to can no longer be hit by special conditions. Now this deck really needs to find its Pokemon in order to get set up. So we're running a lot of Pokemon search. So we're running 2 Ultra Balls to discard cards, to discard ancient cards into our discard, and to search for any Pokemon we need at the moment. We're running 4 Nest Balls just to put basic Pokemon, which our whole deck is basic Pokemon, into our bench. And then we're running 2 Great Balls just so we don't always have to discard and stuff like that. So it lets us look at the top 7 cards and then choose a Pokemon we find and put it into our hand. Then we're running 2 Dark Patch just because it's nice to get energy from our dark energy and set up our Baby Moon or our Roaring Moon EX faster. Then we're running 2 Counter Catcher, because we're running a lot of low HP. Well, not even low HP, but yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that can knock out our Pokemon pretty quickly. So we fall behind fast sometimes, and Counter Catcher comes in play because it's basically a boss. So if you don't know what it does, you basically just switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot when you're behind in prizes. Then we got 1 Super Rod. just so we could shuffle Pokemon back into our deck or energy back into our deck. And then we got 4 Earthen Vessel. So what this does is that you discard a card, then you can search your deck for up to 2 basic cards, basic energy, and reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. So this is pretty good because you could discard this and put another ancient card in your discard so your Roaring Moon can get powered up, and search for the energy to give Roaring Moon so he could attack. And we're running 1 switch card just because I don't like to run decks without a switch. I don't know if it's necessary, but I mean, there is cards out there that can trap you, so it's pretty good. Or maybe you just want to switch into something and hit something for weakness. Like, I don't know, I just like switch. And then we're running 1 Lost Vacuum just to remove tool cards from opponents' Pokemon and our stadiums that are annoying us. So this is pretty good. We're running, and our aspect for the deck is gonna be Awakening Drum. So you draw cards for each ancient Pokemon you have in play. So it's pretty good. You could draw up to 6 if you have all your ancient Pokemon in play. We don't have that much draw support in this deck, so that Awakening Drum is pretty good. And then for our spice of the deck, I'm running 1 Thornton just because I like to run Thornton in a lot of my decks. I don't know if it's necessary, but I do like to have, say you're finishing the game, right? And you're not hitting enough for Roaring Moon, but you have Roaring Moon EX in your discard, and all you need to do is attach 1 more energy. So it's pretty good just to switch your active Pokemon into your Roaring Moon and then Frenzy Gouging for a game or close out a game like that. I might just switch the Thornton just for to add another Roaring Moon EX. So maybe that's the play, but I just really like Thornton. I like running it in a lot of my decks. But you could definitely switch this out if you're not into that. And then for my next supporter is going to be Boss's Orders. Like, I don't think any deck should be without Boss's Orders. I feel like this wins a lot of games. It's basically counter catcher, but in a supporter, so you can use it whenever you want. It's just switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with an active Pokemon, so that's amazing. And then for our ancient supporters, we got 4 Explorer Guidance. This reminds me a lot of Chorus from Lost Box, but it's pretty good. What you do is look at top 6 cards of your deck and put 2 of them into your hand, and you discard the other card. So you could discard a lot of ancient cards with this card, and you basically get anything you want. Well, if you find it, get anything you want. And then for probably our main supporter card, we're gonna have Professor Sarda Vitality. So this card's pretty good. What it does is that you choose 2 basic energy from your discard pile and you attach it to 2 of your ancient Pokemon, and then you draw 3. So this is gonna be your energy acceleration. And now to finish it off with our energy, we're running 3 fighting energy for Koraidon. And then we're running 5 dark energy. Now we run this one for Roaring Moon and Roaring Moon EX. And yeah, that's pretty much our deck. So please like and subscribe. And have a nice day, and don't forget to tell the people your loved ones that you love them. And I hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye.